Welcome indoor cycling fans for today's highlights of the Innsbruckring flat race. It's a 44.2 kilometer race, and as you can see on the screen right now, there's one team rider missing today. It's RF, who's suffering from a minor injury. So this leaves us with 3 riders on the team. We got De Winter, Keulemans and Peters. Today's route is rather flat, but there's one hill, which is an excellent point for an attack, so watch out for that hill. So okay guys, thanks for subscribing to the channel, thanks for watching our videos. Now let's jump straight into the highlights. We are now at the start of the highlights. Just as always, the pace at the start is pretty fast, especially today because all riders range from Cat A all the way up to Cat D level. The standing that you see on the right hand side of your screen has nothing to do with the final ranking we're racing in today. Our team is racing in category C, so watch out for those blue dots on the right hand side of your screen. With a really good start. Of course, Cat A and B riders speeding things up. Winter and Peters in the next group. So once again, today 44.2 kilometers, pretty long race. That's why we serve you the highlights of today. Like I said in the intro, there's one bigger hill. This is where most of the attacks of today will happen. 4.6 kilometers into the race, and Keulemans is still going strong. So the Boer from Belgian ZWIFT riders in this group. Raulis, De Boer. Riders are now almost at the start of the climb. Here they are. What can Keulemans do? Peters is joining in. Here he is. The red helmet. Really strong once again on this hill. Leaving Keulemans behind. A lot of B and A riders now, but also some Cat C riders are now taking over on Keulemans. Struggling on this climb. It's now taking over by Soulier. Red Bend from the UK. Fanzani, Italian. And the Winter joining in with Keulemans. Good effort. They can work together right now. After this short climb, they end up in a small group of 4, together with Belgian rider Koppe and German rider Kunz. Hopefully these 4 riders can work together and close the gap on those smaller groups in front of them. Yeah, downhill. And here's Peters. In his turn closing the gap on the group in front. In 76th position overall. A few of Cat C riders in this group. 2 riders just ahead of them. Of Belgian riders today. See Hoofdman, Vermeulen. Here you can see it well. 2 groups in front of this group. After 9 kilometers, they're now crossing the finish line for the first time. And if they turn left here, we will switch over to De Winter. De Winter and Keulemans next to each other here, crossing the finish line as well. This was the end of the first lap. Switching over to Peters. Entering the town. It's a bit small right now. With the cobblestones. I can only see one Cat C rider. Italian C riders are 7 and 20 seconds in front of Peters. Catching up to do. He's now for the second time on this short hill. Attack for a second time. I think he is. He's going strong there. Fanzani, the Italian, right in front of him. Strong push once again of Peters, now crossing Fanzani. Behind on Nardini from Italy as well. Another Cat C riders. Now a bit of a rest on this downhill section. Really fast downhill section. As you can see, Peter's still doing a 120 watts, so still pedaling. Even 200 right now. It is now a bit isolated, but he was joined by Fanzani, as you could see there at the end. And he went just at the top of the hill, going downhill as well. Now 15.2 kilometers into this race. Switching over to Keulemans. He's in a small group as well. No C riders in his group. Coupe is now being taken over. Catching up on the group in front of them. I think it would be better for all of them if this group gets a bit bigger. To Peters, crossing the finish line once again. Group got bigger. Still well positioned in this race. He's on a bit of a roll these days. Some good results in these last couple of races. At the hill. Riders try to break away, but as always, Peter's the first attack. Move it from Belgian ZWIFT riders. Tries to keep the wheel of Peters, but has to let go 1 second behind right now on Peters. This is right behind Hoofdman, the Belgian Cat A rider. He's at the top, so we can start once again with the downhill. It's the Winter at the start of the climb. It's doing pretty well at the start of this climb. Taking over a few riders. Big push by the Winter. The Winter now nearing the top of the hill after a great effort. Switching over to Peters once again, 29.2 kilometers into this race. As you can see there in the back, there's a big group trying to close the gap on the group of Peters. Hoofdman next to Peters here. To the Winter with two groups in front of him. So if they can catch up, it's quite a big group, almost a peloton. With still 15 kilometers left, if they can get together, they can really push hard and try to get back into this race. Winter now struggling a bit, has to keep up the tempo, stay close to this group. It's from Germany right in front of him. But the Winter is able to get back. Two sea riders in his group. Created quite a gap already during the end of the hill. One second in front of Rosalie and de Boever. And the Winter closing in on that smaller group in front of them. So as I said, quite a big group right now, small peloton. Quite a few sea riders. So the Winter has to push hard in order not to lose too many places. Broadbent and Ramlee right in front of him. A bit harder now, it seems, for the Winter. Yeah, creating quite a gap. Rider in the red jersey right in front of him. Almost at the top. Okay, not too much damage, but yeah, some catching up to do on this downhill section. As you can see, he's still pedaling, so he wants to get back, at least back with the group right in front of him. The group with De Vrij and Sapari. The other two sea riders. Once again, a small hill there. Elements. And here you can see it pretty well, the incline of the hill. The elements nearing the top of the hill as well. Getting ready for the downhill section. And switching over to Peters. He's now crossing the finish line for the last time, so he's now ready for his last lap of the day. Still well positioned in this big group. Here he is at the last climb of the day. Can he do it one more time? One more effort, one more attack. He's definitely going for it for sure. Creating a gap. Hoover joins Peters there. So Hoffman is in this group. A group of 4 riders now trying to catch up with the 3 riders in front of them. He just closed the gap himself. Now 1 kilometer before the finish line. Still a small group in the back trying to catch up, which I think they will do for sure. 700 meters to go. We have Dree, De Boever, Graulis from Belgium, as well as Peters. So Vertommen and Vermeulen from Belgium, but they're KA riders. Last 200 meters of the race. Will start pretty soon. Peters now out of the saddle, pushing really hard, almost 500 watts right now. He needs to dig in a little bit more. The Boever in front of him. Can he catch up on the Boever? Seems to be the first mission. In the winter strolling in, isolated there, but a good race from him. Switching over for the last sprint of the day. Keulemans with the other C rider Van Riet from Belgium as well. So it's the battle of the Belgian riders there at the end. What can Keulemans do? Van Riet now out of the saddle. Keulemans in front of Van Riet. Van Riet really pushing hard. Side by side now, both riders. Keulemans a little bit in front. Now Van Riet taking over. Can Keulemans take the wheel of Van Riet? Keulemans pushing hard. Taking over once again. An amazing sprint there of Keulemans. And he's coming in first. Great sprint. And here we have today's final ranking. As you can see, 71 riders competed in the category C. And we have Vanzani from Italy in first position, followed by two Belgian riders. First up we have De Boeven from Belgian ZWIFT Riders. And I didn't actually know, but Dr. Dre seems to be Zwifting as well, in third position. But more importantly, we have Peters from our team, ending up in fifth position. He was aiming for a podium spot there as well, as you can see. Good race once again from Peters. And in 24th position, we have De Winter. And in 29th position, we have Keulemans, who ended up right in front of Van Riet there in that amazing sprint that we just saw. So okay guys, thanks a lot for watching. If you like the channel, please subscribe. Hope to see you all next time. Ride on!